All right, we're down here at DeepCool's booth at Computex, and we've got a GamerStorm case. This is the high-end product line that DeepCool's putting out. This one here is kind of nifty. It's got some really cool compartments. It's an ITX case, so it's not very big, but it's big enough to handle like a 120mm CPU cooler, and it's got this really cool graphics card slot that sits right here. It's actually behind a, this is the green plastic because they've gone kind of NVIDIA color scheme. Up to a 300mm GPU in here, dual slot. You could probably cram a triple slot in here, but I wouldn't recommend it. You'd have to do some serious mods to it, but hey, maybe you should mod it. That's cool. It can have two 3.5-inch drive bays, and it can have two 2.5-inch drive bays, so you can fit up to some nifty amounts of storage in your ITX case. Otherwise, you can also have two 120mm case fans and an 80mm case fan to keep this thing relatively cool. This is a nice little exploded version of how it goes together. You can see the hard drive sit up top, case fans in the back, other hard drives come down the bottom, and the GPU sits up here in this specialized compartment that's attached to your motherboard via a PCI Express ribbon cable. It also comes in clear, and you can probably get it in various different colors. We'll find out later on when it's released. Moving on to the next one. This here is the Nephrite. It's a little bit different, kind of snazzy. It's got made out of a carbon fiber, the same kind of stuff you put on your crazy cars. And then it's got the acrylic up top with, again, graphics card sits up top. It can handle up to a 300mm GPU. Only dual slot. There's no way that you could fit a 3 in here. And it's going around to the side. Up front, you've got two USB 3 ports and some audio extensions. You can fit a single 120mm fan in here, so there's not a lot of cooling expansion you can do. It can fit a 122 CPU cooler as well, and it's only got one 3.5-inch bay in here, and it's also got two 2.5-inch bays. One of the things about the GPU containment unit up top here is that it's got open vents on the front side, even though the fan for the GPU is on the side, so the airflow coming in may be hindered. We'll have to talk about possible mods so you can do to the side of this, and then it will pull the air in and blow it out the back. And the GPU is more or less isolated from the rest of the system. Again, it's connected via a ribbon cable to the ITX machine, so the heat containment in here is really high compared to what's actually going on in the main case. It's physically separated out, and the only space is where the ribbon cable passes through. Last thing I want to mention is it's got an SFX PSU in the bottom here. Very slim, very small. Again, it's an ITX. It's not like you're going to be powering this thing to, run a bit mining machine or something.
You guys have seen the Captain Series fans from DeepCool or GamerStorm actually. Now they have the Custom Series, and what they've done is they've gone all black, and they're allowing you guys to put in whatever color coolant you want. Put it in right here, and you go through there. And then they have some LEDs inside here. You guys can see the LEDs going in that, and you should be able to change these. A lot of little prototypes going on there. There's the different LED colors going on. And one other thing about the Captain Custom Series, it's the only place that you can get 140 and a 280 radiator. So these should be pretty interesting. They're somewhat slim, which is going to mean that you can fit it into some configurations where you may not otherwise be able to do that. But it's nice to see them with a 140 and a 280 right there. Tristellar. This is the Tristellar, and this one's been modded with some acrylic. Actually, I believe this might be glass on the side. Very nice. Just bolted right on there so you can see your components. And this is really what I was waiting to see, because why put the graphics card up here if you can't look at it? So this is how I would configure mine if I had one of these. You can really see the components here. We have some more mods that we can check out with the Tristellar, so let's go over here and check out this white mod. This is the mod done by Bill Owen. A lot of you guys know who he is. He decided to go all white with his. These vents here, just completely open on the sides. He added that, and then he added some acrylic here so you could see his SSDs. And then on the other side, he added some more acrylic, a little window so you could see the graphics card. It's a pretty interesting mod here, and of course you see he's colored everything. But again, I think this is going to be something that it's not made to go on top of your desk unless you have a big desk. A lot of you guys are complaining that it's going to take up too much room or it's impractical for an ITX rig. I don't think you're getting it. I think this is for the modding community. I think it's for people who want something a little flashier, and it may or may not be for you. This is the new TF series fans that DeepCool's made. Now, these are 120mm fans, and they say they're the best fans they've ever made. We haven't tested these yet. You can see we have the rubber dampening here for vibration and sound. Good static pressure, and you can see there's some channels in here to direct the airflow and also cut down on the noise, sort of break up the air so that it's not making too much noise. 1200 RPM overall. and they're fluid bearing, also dual bearing. And then you can see we have the 4-pin, so these are PWM fans as well. And they're telling me that they'd be very good to use with water cooling units and that sort of thing. Replace out the other fans with some quieter fans with better noise dampening. But we'll have to test these out. They also have LEDs as well, and the LEDs you can maybe see the pattern over here. They shine around in this pattern as it's spinning. So if you want the cool looks, you got it with that. All right, so that's it for DeepCool this year in GamerStorm. They do want some feedback. A lot of the stuff that they have out here is prototype, and I kind of appreciate that. It's good to see things that are not 100% finished. That way they can get some feedback from you guys. Let us know what you think of the new ITX cases, and of course, let them know what you think of the case mods and that sort of thing. So we'll see you guys in the comments.